Hello and welcome. You might be sitting in confusion and wondering what is going on. Well, you're going through a transition stage. Some of us are at the beginning, some are in the middle, and some are almost at the end, and many are through this transition stage. How do you know? Sometimes it's best not to know. I know what it's like to wake up and think, I really know where I'm going. You have a direction, you have purpose. And now, none of that makes sense anymore. So what is really going on? As I said, you're in a transition stage. You're standing at this portal. And on the other side of this portal is the new world. It's a world that really does exist. It's just foreign to many of our minds because so many of us are hardwired to the past, to the conditions, the beliefs, what we have to do, where we had to be, who we had to be. So we're so conditioned to behave that way. And now you're kind of standing there and you're going, so what's next? How do we move into this transition stage with a little more grace and ease? Feeling anxious, worried, fearful. Nothing makes sense anymore. You had friends that you no longer want to have. A job that you thought was a peach of a job. A beautiful relationship. You had it all. Or maybe you didn't have anything. Maybe you're feeling pretty good not knowing. The real key to move through this portal to this new world is discovering your world within yourself. I know it's something that I speak of always. And hopefully sometimes this message will no longer fall on deaf ears. Maybe what I share with you may resonate with you. Means you're ready. And others might go, I'm not even going to listen to the rest of this video because you're not ready. And neither way is good or bad. They don't exist. It just is. You know, sometimes it's time to pick the apple off the tree because it's ripe, and other times, no, it's just not ready. You have to wait. The thing I have learnt is patience, and lots of it, because that's the only way, one of the ways to move through this transition. But it's so vital that you do your inner work. And I know many of you haven't, because you've been so focused on the outside world of fitting in and doing the right thing and going to the gym and working out, studying. No one even said you had to do inner work. What is inner work? Yeah, I know. What got me into the inner work was I wanted to know what this love was about. What is love about? You can't buy it. You can't bottle it. Heavens knows they tried. They've tried. So I went on this quest to understand what is love. And I realized it was a cup of many things. It was a cup of peace and harmony and trust and respect and surrender and the woods and the flowers and life. That's love. It's loving everything. Because when you love everything, you love yourself. And then you stop seeking and searching. So I know how easy it is to ignore those voices in your head, the ones that you thought were driving you crazy. You know those voices. Oh, you're not good enough. You'll never amount to anything. You're a failure. You're too fat. You're too skinny. Those voices. Well, they're not there to drive you crazy. That is not their job. Their job is to remind you that you have still healing work to do, inner work. And it's not about pushing them away or trying to change them. It's just trying to be with them. You know, I shared a story a long time ago about a woman whose son was going through a divorce, and their 4-year-old daughter was really upset. So the daughter was having a tantrum, and this friend of mine was wondering how her son would deal with this. And he picked her up and he held her. He didn't try to change her. He didn't tell her to stop crying, behave. He just held her. He held space for her so that she could move through whatever she was feeling. It wasn't about him or his divorce. It was a child that was trying to express herself without being judged, told to go to your room and behave. Allowing someone to feel is part of our journey. And we have all been conditioned not to feel, to go to your room, to suck it up, to grow up, to behave. That's hardwired within us. It was hardwired in me. I had to work really hard to tame those voices. But all the teachings from the past no longer work in this time frame. They don't. We were so conditioned as I was growing up that we had to feel a lot of pain in order to get to the solution. But it's not about feeling pain anymore. And I know some of my clients, they say to me, I'm just too afraid to go inside, and what will I find? But there is nothing to fear. Again, that's something that's been hardwired. The more you fear, the more you don't do. But the things you fear are the things that are just going to open up that portal and move you through into that new world. A world full of love and light and desire. A world that is going to excite you. So what you need to imagine is that when you do this healing work, you begin to embody within you what you believe to be your truth now. And as you embody that, it becomes a fertilizer where you now plant the seeds of your intentions of how you want your life to be. And those seeds become flowers, but they take time. They don't grow overnight. They need to mature. You need to learn how to walk in these new shoes. You need to embody more of these learnings that live within you, that are being held by the voices within your head. It's dancing with them. It's playing with them. So they become a part of your life. They begin to work with you and not against you. it's incredible. It really is incredible when you can live in that vein, in that plane, in that place, to shake off all those hard wires of beliefs and that no longer support you, that are no longer you. You need to grow your garden of all those new creative ideas, because you see, as you do this inner work, you bring in more light. This light comes down through you and it clears out everything within you, and your body begins to breathe differently and you begin to feel differently, because you're no longer harboring all that luggage that you've been told you had to hang on to. But I'm telling you, it's, you just drop the luggage. It's not complicated. It's very simple, this work. And I can tell you one thing just about myself, in case you don't know. Last year I was diagnosed with something that's not curable, and it affects my breathing. I lived in denial with that for about 6 months, because I pretended they weren't talking to me. But I'm moving with it. I'm not pushing it away. I'm not ignoring. I'm doing a lot of inner healing work too, to heal those voices. Can you imagine the voices that came up in my head? The fear, the grief, the sadness, the anger, the anxiety. Whoa. It's possible. It's possible to move through it, with it, and be with it. Because you see, that is who you are. You are a brilliant light. And you just need to find that light switch within you and just become more brilliant, so you can stand with more courage and strength, and your life will just unfold. And it will change. It will change in an instant. And is this easy work to do? No. Because you see, the deeper work you do, the more you begin to feel, the more you begin to become more aware of what you weren't aware of before. And some of that stuff is scary. Your reality shifts, and it's like, oh my gosh, everything's changing, what's happening? But it's all good. I'm 72, and it's taken me a few years to get this stuff. And when I'm working with my clients and they're 30 and 35, I go, oh my gosh, when I was 35, if you even began to speak like this to me, I would have said, get out of my life. What drugs are you smoking? Everything is divinely timed, my lovely ones. You are a gift, an incredible gift on this planet. And you need to find that switch within you where you can find that light and be the joy and the happiness, have a life that you desire and deserve. It's all there within your hand. You just need to do your inner work. And there, that portal will open, and your transition will be through that portal, gracing you with everything you deserve. It is a journey full of joy and wonder and curiosity. Thank you for listening. And if you've made it this far in the video, could you give me a thumbs up? If you write a comment or ask a question, it all just keeps this video out in Google land. where other people can see this video. So help me help you and others. Thank you all, from my heart to yours, with so much love and kindness. I cherish the light of your soul. God bless you all.